In the UK, there are persistent rumors that the Middleton family is putting out the fire with gasoline. Uncle Gary, the British brother, has something important to say. We also learned today that James, the younger brother of Catherine, whom we spoke about yesterday, is writing a memoir. Hello viewers. Welcome to Royal Revelations. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you will get any news about the British royal family. They treat their brother pretty badly, and the truth is that he is one of the less toxic and healthier elements of the entire family that is related to the British royal family. Any case, amid this whole rumor mill, Will's intentions regarding his marriage to Kate Middleton are becoming clear, and the information that has emerged about 2023. And his mistress Rose Hanbury has not been mentioned again, either more or less. Now it is information that will leave everyone indifferent, and we are going to tell you in this video. They claim that Prince William asked Catherine for a divorce at the end of 2023, and that this was the trigger for the crisis that ended with her hospitalization. We've already talked about this, but now we have more details. You must remember that William wants Rose Hanbury to inherit the throne, that he wants to be with her, that he wants to marry her. The wife is also married, and it is William's intention to prepare a campaign to ask Kate for a divorce, and in fact it has already begun. The problem is that it came at a bad time, because now people are a little worried about the Duchess of Cambridge and the secrecy and hermeticism around her. A timeline analysis from 2023 to the present has revealed not only the headlines, but also witnesses who have revealed the relationship and the truth behind the scenes of the Prince and Princess of Wales. We're talking about the period from September 2023 to February 2024. At the end of December 2023, it was announced that they would officially travel to Italy in early January. December 25th was the last time that the Duchess of Cambridge and her children and their parents were definitely seen, but in early March, this controversial photo surfaced, and it is unclear whether it is Kate Middleton and we do not know to the photos. Now the British press doesn't pay attention or give it any credibility, but in any case, what happened was that on December 28, 2023, 3 days after Christmas, an ambulance with a police escort left Sandringham, where the royal family spent their Christmas holidays. If you sponsor a channel creator, you'll get more exclusive news. They said that there was an eyewitness who saw it, took a photo, and it was posted on Twitter on the same day, the 28th, and added that it was very strange that this information was not reported the next day, or the day after that. This information was previously unpublished, or at least it does not seem that way to me. There was a police-escorted ambulance to Sandringham, where the Windsors spent Christmas, he said, adding that there was no communication or statement from the royal family. What happens next is that 5 days after he was taken away in an ambulance, articles about a violent argument between William and Kate appear in the Daily Mirror on January 7th in the UK and in the New York Post on January 3rd in the US. We're talking about screaming, throwing things at him, yelling at him a lot tantrums. By the way, these are somewhat consistent with the portrait painted by his brother Harry about their last meeting in his biography. Said this was proof that the British press knew exactly what was going on with the couple, and that because she is not a member of the British royal family and therefore a commoner of sorts, they also wanted him to step aside, as this story was published before it broke. The scheduled abdominal surgery is said to be on January 16th, but it is also said that no one in the Duchess of Cambridge's entourage said that she had abdominal problems, which is true, but there has been no statement from the family on this, but not much has been said about the planned operation at the time. I've already spoken about how no one knew about it, but she says that they tried to make an excuse from Kensington by saying that they wanted to keep it as secret as possible. She commented that it was strange that no one was seen coming to visit them. Only the next William was there on this day. There was no sign of his parents, there was no sign of his family. They made the excuse that they needed the permission of the doctor from the London clinic because they were still there. Prodal says that no member of the royal family other than Harry has spoken about what happened in 2020. Harry and Meghan, strangely, have publicly wished her well so that no one talks about Kate, but it is probably because they don't want to. They say that the press is calling it the first and last time he has dared to speak about the toxic relationship patterns in this marriage, and that it was the first day of January that he spoke about the surprising events that happened to the Daily Mirror in January. Says the paper is doing what William wants, which is to say, taking on some kind of speaking role while Kate has not been seen for days. One day they ran a cover with Kate as the protagonist, and the other day they ran Harry with the same content. The name and photo were changed. I already commented then, but the idea was the same. In the same words, Kate can be your best friend in quotes, but the next moment she can be your worst enemy. And this at a time when she was supposedly fighting for her life, It was clearly an attack on her. I didn't know where it came from, I didn't fully understand what was going on, it was some kind of campaign. This magazine had an English version and an American version. I can't remember which, I can't remember now. There was a story about William's alleged alcoholism. I think it was published in a German newspaper. But in fact, it was an article in an international magazine sold in the English speaking world that William had some kind of alcoholism and that he liked cocktails that were a little explosive. And they even talked about different cocktails that had drinks like that in them. Tea created such a furor in the palace environment that it put a strain on his marriage, he says, adding that it was already an attack on William. But I personally believe that these attacks were from his stepmother and her tentacles. That's my opinion. But it seems that the reports are being used one-sidedly to bring about divorces and to get people's public image. And Carol Middleton, who I've already talked about, is on this channel again in opposition to the son-in-law. We were very surprised that Kate surrounded herself with a whole family at the time, right after she left the clinic in London. But then we heard that they tried to justify it because, of course, Daddy and Daddy went to the Caribbean. Tea was a vacation that she had already planned, and some royal chroniclers said that it was because Catherine was already on her way to recovery, and so on. Now with this man's memoir or James Middleton's memoir, they are trying to throw feces at him. Hey, your dog saved your life, you'll get your money's worth. But well, it seems to me that this man is not hurting anyone in that sense, and we are not seeing him in a scandal or anything else related to that. He himself was aware of the problems he had, but he also explained how he overcame them. It seems to me that a lot of the information comes from Camilla's upper environment. Camilla is a bit of a person and needs to stand out when you consider that Catherine is the main bastion of the monarchy in terms of the popularity of the British royal family at the moment. That is a fact, and that's it. There is something interesting. What I want to say is that these factions want to pit Prince William and Catherine against Prince Harry and Meghan, who have a spectacular image internationally, especially in the United States where they live, but are not very popular in the UK. The world, the British tabloids that are leading the popularity are not exactly Camilla and Charles, but William and Kate, so this is a bit of a media war, and the reason I wanted to say so is because I think it is fair to go back a little to William and Kate, and when I told them I couldn't see her until Easter, they say, she suddenly decided to go out with her mother.